Hello friends, welcome to my channel USA Teen Mom 24. Here you will get all the latest gossip updates. So don't delay, subscribe to the channel now. Javi Marroquin, a familiar face to millions of fans of Teen Mom 2, and his longtime partner Lauren Como have once again made headlines. This time it's not for the joyful milestones of their relationship, but for the heartbreaking confirmation that the couple has split. Their journey, which has been anything but private, has now taken another painful turn, leaving fans divided between sadness and understanding. The news of their breakup comes after years of highs and lows. Javi, already known to reality television viewers for his turbulent marriage and divorce from fellow Teen Mom 2 star Kailyn, had seemed to finally find a new beginning with Lauren. Their relationship, which started in 2017, was quickly thrust into the public eye. The two met through mutual friends and their chemistry was undeniable. Despite a rocky start, they rekindled their romance, and within a short period, their relationship grew serious enough to welcome a child together. In 2018, the couple celebrated the arrival of their son, Eli, a moment that appeared to solidify their family unit. For many fans, Javi and Lauren's love story represented redemption, a chance for Javi to move forward from the drama of his past and build something lasting. Their social media presence often painted the picture of a happy, blended family, with Lauren embracing Javi's older son, Lincoln, from his previous marriage to Kailyn. At times it looked like they had found the formula for making a complex family dynamic work. But as reality TV fans know too well, appearances can be deceiving. Behind the smiling Instagram posts and family outings, cracks in the relationship began to surface. Rumors of infidelity plagued Javi, and tensions between Lauren and Kailyn occasionally spilled into public view. While Javi tried to assure fans and followers that he was committed to his family, controversies repeatedly threatened to undo the stability he and Lauren worked hard to build. The most significant strain came in 2019, when Lauren accused Javi of being unfaithful. The fallout from that scandal led to a temporary separation, but the couple reconciled shortly after. At the time, Javi publicly acknowledged his mistakes and emphasized his desire to make the relationship work, not just for himself and Lauren, but also for their young son. For many, their decision to reunite symbolized forgiveness and resilience, proof that they were willing to fight for their family. However, as the years went on, the cycle of suspicion, mistrust, and reconciliation became increasingly difficult to sustain. Those close to the couple revealed that the constant back and forth was taking its toll, both emotionally and mentally. While Lauren was praised for her patience and loyalty, fans began to question whether Javi could ever truly leave his past behaviors behind. The final straw came this year, when multiple outlets confirmed that the couple had chosen to end their relationship for good. Sources close to both parties described the split as inevitable, noting that while love and commitment were present, the foundation of trust had simply crumbled beyond repair. For Lauren, the decision appears to have been about prioritizing her peace of mind and creating a stable environment for Eli. For Javi, it is another chapter in a very public personal life that continues to unfold under the scrutiny of millions. What makes this breakup particularly emotional for fans is the involvement of children. Lincoln, Javi's son with Kailyn, had grown close to Lauren, and Eli is still very young. Supporters have voiced concern about how the split will affect the boys, given that Javi and Lauren had attempted to create a cohesive, blended family environment. In the past, Javi has emphasized how important fatherhood is to him, and insiders suggest that co-parenting will remain his top priority. For Lauren, this moment marks a painful but perhaps necessary step toward independence. Over the years, she has built her own following outside of Javi's television fame, with fans admiring her for her strength and willingness to put family first. While the end of her relationship with Javi is undoubtedly difficult, many believe she will emerge stronger, carving out her own path separate from the chaos that often surrounds reality TV relationships. Meanwhile, Javi's future remains uncertain. His on and off dynamic with Kailyn has always been a subplot in his life, and fans are already speculating about whether this breakup could reignite old flames or simply add more tension to an already complicated co-parenting relationship. Kailyn herself has not shied away from commenting on Javi's personal life in the past, and her perspective on this new development will likely surface in one form or another. Social media reactions to the split have been mixed. Some fans expressed sympathy for Lauren, applauding her decision to walk away from a relationship that seemed unsustainable. Others point out that Javi's patterns have been visible for years, suggesting that the breakup was inevitable. A smaller group continues to hold out hope that the two might reconcile again, though insiders insist this time the separation is final. As of now, neither Javi nor Lauren has given a lengthy official statement about the breakup. However, both have shared subtle posts on social media that hint at the emotional weight of the moment. Lauren has spoken vaguely about focusing on herself and her son, while Javi has alluded to personal growth and lessons learned. The absence of public drama in this split, at least so far, may reflect their mutual desire to shield their children from further emotional turmoil. For longtime Teen Mom viewers, this story is yet another reminder of how reality television fame often amplifies the challenges of relationships. Every mistake, every rumor, and every reconciliation becomes magnified under the spotlight, making it harder for couples to navigate struggles privately. Javi and Lauren's breakup underscores how difficult it can be to balance love, trust, and family while living in the public eye. Ultimately, the end of Javi and Lauren's relationship is not just a story about a reality TV couple. It's a human story about the fragility of trust, the weight of forgiveness, and the difficult choices people make when love is no longer enough to sustain a partnership. As the dust settles, both will undoubtedly continue to co-parent their son, but their paths forward will now be separate. Javi Marroquin is growing his family. The Teen Mom star, 32, revealed that he and wife Lauren Como are expecting their third baby together in a post on Instagram on Sunday, August 17. Alongside a photo of the couple posing together on a sand-covered pathway, he wrote, "The best honeymoon souvenir. So grateful to be doing this again with you, Mama. You're the strongest woman I know and we are beyond lucky." Loudly crying face red heart, "Love you more each day." In the photo, Marroquin and Como each have a hand resting on her baby bump as they smile for the camera. Como announced the pregnancy on her own Instagram, sharing a similar photo of herself and Marroquin, only this one had a sweet cameo from their littlest family members. Their daughter Mai and son Eli, along with son Lincoln, whom Marroquin shares with ex Kailyn Lowry, can be seen sitting in the foreground of the photo. Como captioned her post, "Our grand finale." The baby news comes nearly 4 months after the couple tied the knot in an intimate ceremony on April 24. Days after the nuptials, Como posted a photo of herself and Marroquin walking on a beach in their wedding attire. She captioned the image simply, ring. Marroquin highlighted his 2 sons and their spiffy suits in an April 29 post following the wedding. Sharing 3 photos of himself posing with Lincoln and Eli, he wrote, "3 sharp-dressed men and 1 unforgettable day." Since marrying Como, Marroquin has shared frequent glimpses into the couple's fun-filled family life with their kids, from a rainy trip to Hershey Park in Pennsylvania to an outing to a baseball game. On June 1, he posted a sweet message to Como on Instagram while featuring yet another photo from their April wedding. Former Teen Mom couple Kailyn Lowry and Javi Marroquin put their differences to the side to tape a podcast episode recently. Ashley's Reality Roundup reports in a recent episode of her Barely Famous podcast, the two made a revelation that involved their son, 11-year-old Lincoln. Marroquin, a recruiter in the United States Air Force Reserve, announced in the episode that he has been stationed in Virginia, and as a result, will be moving out of Delaware this summer. Lowry lives with her fiancé Elijah Scott and her 6 other kids in Delaware. Marroquin lives near Lowry with his fiancée, Lauren Como, and their kids, Mai and Eli. Lowry and Marroquin currently share 50-50 custody. Marroquin revealed that he had a few options as to where he could go, but after talking to Como, they agreed that Virginia was probably the best-case scenario, as it's seemingly the closest to Lincoln. It was, "Hey, take Virginia, or when your time does come up to relocate, when your 3-year mark hits, you're gonna get whatever's on the table," Marroquin explained. The two also spoke about their roller coaster relationship. They revealed that despite their past turmoil, things turned around for the positive after both of their families traveled to Spain for Lincoln and Eli to play soccer. Lowry wanted to know if Marroquin's move may be related to their past drama despite their progress. "Was this decision influenced at all by creating more distance between you and me, or Elijah and myself and you and Lauren?" she asked, to which Javi informed her it was not. "No, this is strictly professional," Marroquin said. "I mean, the military has done so many good things for all of us. It pays for Lincoln's health insurance, it will pay for some of his school when he gets there. I've been in for 12 years. I've worked too hard to get to where I'm at as far as rank and all of that for where I'm sitting at the table, and I'm really good at it," he added, noting his plans of doing a full 20 years in the military before retiring. Elliot Rivera was born on television during the second season of MTV's hit reality show 16 and Pregnant. The cameras captured his mother, 16-year-old Kailyn Lowry, who goes by Kail, in labor and recorded his first moments and cries. Elliot spent his first 12 years in front of MTV's cameras as his mother's life was filmed for Teen Mom 2. Now 15 years old, Elliot sat down with Lowry on her podcast Barely Famous and came out to the world as gay. In a wide-ranging, raw two-part episode, Elliot and Lowry talked about growing up in front of the cameras, Elliot's decision to come out as gay and his recent name change, and what it's like to be a teen mom Nepo baby. Elliot, whose birth name is Isaac Elliot Rivera, said in the podcast that he started going by his middle name because it marks a separation between who he is today and who people saw on television. "I started going by Elliot because at some point I wasn't happy with my first name because it just doesn't feel like me," he said. Coming out publicly was also a way to reclaim his identity, he said. "I want to make it clear that this is for me, and I've built up the courage over time to make it known and let me have my moment," he said. "I'm really sick of people coming up with their own stories and putting things in their own words." Teen Vogue caught up with Lowry and Elliot to talk about the episode, why Lowry says Elliot never needed to come out, and what their hopes are for the queer community. The following conversation has been lightly edited and condensed for clarity. The teen mom alum, mom to Elliot, 15, Lincoln, 11, Lux, 7, Creed, 5, Rio 2, and twins Valley and Verse, 16 months, recently shared that her father Raymond Lowry has entered hospice for stage 4 chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, but she wasn't sure how to feel considering their estranged relationship. "I am joining the Dead Dads Club," Kailyn said on the July 29th episode of her Karma and Chaos podcast. Raymond has COPD stage 4. However, Kailyn, who confirmed her breakup from Elijah Scott earlier this month, admitted she already feels a part of the club, noting, "He's deadbeat, so same thing." Despite their fractured relationship though, Kailyn admitted she felt conflicted about her father being at the end of his life. "It's layered," she explained. "Obviously I don't have a relationship with him, I never did. But I feel like I didn't ever get the answers I've been looking for." Indeed, the 33-year-old described attempting to fix their relationship as recently as 2019, but her father shut it down, which added to her resentment. "I feel like, you don't get to die without answering all the questions I have," she added. "I want to know why he left, I want to know why he didn't try harder. I want to know why he just gave up." Kailyn admitted that her father's decisions have always been difficult for her to understand. "I'm mad at him," she admitted. "I want to know how someone walks through this earth and does the bare minimum to get by in life. You procreated multiple times and you don't care? I just want to know where your head is at." She directed a pointed question toward her father. "How did you walk through this earth giving the bare minimum and you didn't give a fuck?" For her part, Kailyn has shared insight into how she has navigated parenthood, previously emphasizing how important it is for each of her kids to feel loved and seen. "We really do a good job at making sure that we're balancing family time with individual time," Kailyn explained to People in September, adding of her kids, "I want them to feel all of their needs are being met, so that's just something that we've always put at the forefront of everything." Keep reading for a deeper look into Kailyn's family. Kailyn Lowry was just 17 when she and high school boyfriend Joe Rivera welcomed their eldest son, Isaac Elliot Rivera, on January 18, 2010. And though they split a year later, the exes have settled into a comfortable co-parenting arrangement. "We've come a long way since we were 18, Kailyn wrote on X after attending Joe and now wife V. Rivera's 2018 wedding. "I couldn't ask for a better stepmom. As for her oldest son, we have literally grown up together, but in some ways he's even more grown than I am," she wrote in an Instagram tribute on his 13th birthday. Describing the devoted Olivia Rodrigo fan, musician and basketball player as thoughtful, brilliant, funny, and at times a smartass, the Delaware State grad praised his caring heart. "I think what really inspires me about him is the way he challenges social norms," she wrote. "Because he is curious and open-minded, he can form his own thoughts and opinions." Elliot, who announced his intentions to go by his middle name on his mom's Barely Famous podcast in June 2025, while also coming out as gay, accepts people for who they are and never how they're supposed to be, Kailyn wrote. More people should be like him. Lincoln Marshall Marroquin joined the squad on November 16, 2013, roughly a year after the then star of Teen Mom 2 wed his father Javi Marroquin. Very much into sports, as Kailyn described the tween in a 2022 episode of her Barely Famous podcast, he spends a significant portion of his time bouncing between basketball and football games. He even had an NBA-themed bash for his 10th birthday, with a nod to his favorite player, Allen Iverson. No surprise then that he provided an assist when it came time to think up a name for his youngest brother. Verse came from Iverson, which is the name that Lincoln recommended, Kailyn revealed in a February 2024 TikTok. Obviously, it would be on his list because he's a huge basketball fan. And an all-star sibling. To know Lincoln is to love him, she wrote in a 2022 birthday tribute. Dedicated, smart, handsome, and the best brother out there. Football, wrestling, Rubik's Cubes, and Michael Jackson, these are a few of Lux Russell Lowry's favorite things. Kailyn's first child with ex-boyfriend Chris Lopez, Lux was born on August 5, 2017. Though she and Chris would continue their on-and-off romance for several years, right now we don't communicate at all, she revealed to E! News in 2020. I'm hoping that it will get better with time, but I don't have a big vision. I don't have anything negative to say. I hope for our kids that everything works itself out in whatever direction that may be. And whichever way Lux heads, he's getting there fast. Lux came into this world at lightning speed and has kept us on our toes every single day since, Kailyn wrote while celebrating his 6th birthday with a WWE-themed bash. I love this little Leo baby so much. Ahead of Creed Romello Lowry Lopez July 30, 2020 arrival, Kailyn admitted to wrestling with a huge decision. I hid the pregnancy for so long just because I didn't know what I was going to do, if I was going to keep the baby or not, she explained to E! News shortly after his birth. That was really heavy for me and I really was struggling during that time. Though her relationship with Creed's dad Chris was notably rocky, one glance at his ultrasound sealed her decision. Much like his older siblings, all 3 of them have asked to hold the baby and they're super loving on him, Kailyn told E! The podcaster was smitten from day one. Creed. Romello. Mello. Romy. Rome. Biggie. Biggs, she wrote on his 3rd birthday, a joint WWE fate with Lux. No words could accurately describe my love for this little firecracker, so I'll save the sap for Real. Wanted to be able to tell my own story on my own terms. Kailyn explained to people of keeping news of her 5th son Rio private until well after his November 2022 birth. Though she acknowledged he had a little bit of a traumatic entrance into this world where he went to the NICU, due to breathing issues and fluid in his lungs, he's been the best baby ever. First-time dad Elijah Scott deserves some props as well. It's been very different from my other partners and my kids' other dads, she said of her ex-fiancé. He pours concrete, he gets down and dirty at work. But he's also just a real family man. He's very much connected with his own family, with our family, and so he's been a really good partner to me, and I feel like it's a really good match. Which is perhaps why her first few months with Rio inspired her to keep the party going. Honestly, being a mom to 4 was harder than 5, but I think that was because my number 4 is so spicy, Kailyn revealed. Number 5 is fantastic. He's the world's greatest baby, like, if all my babies were like this I'd have 10 more.